This shall be my definitive video on how I feel about movies because I'm not very traditional in my feelings towards them. A lot of movie reviewers lean very analytical and monotone in the delivery of their thoughts, but here in my channel and in my life, we have passion and energy for things. Okay, I actually might seem a little bit monotone with these first two sections, but that's because I really want to get a point across. I too break my videos up into sections sometimes, but film analyses have these dissectional portions of their videos, so let's just use that format. I first and foremost want to say that it is almost impossible for me to not enjoy a movie. I can't imagine putting one on and not even finishing it. I've never walked out of a theater, and yes, thank you for asking, that does make me feel cool. So I was watching the Parachute Menagerie and I just couldn't grasp how unrealistic the director made the main antagonist, Lyle. I just couldn't relate. And I cannot relate to your attitude. At worst, movies are just okay. Like, I do feel disappointed at times. Thor: Love and Thunder is my favorite punching bag. It's an okay movie, it's not great, it's not bad, but they 1000% could have done better with their villain and the stakes at hand. I felt no sort of urgency in that movie because you knew at the end of the day, those children were gonna be saved by Thor. I'm not blind. Taika Waititi wanted a comedic story told by Korg, and he did it. If you make a video a certain way with certain opinions and people don't agree with it, well, you did what you wanted. See what I mean? When made with love, a movie is a director's baby, and I respect that. I personally, and I want to stress, personally, react to films with emotion and not with a statement like, that film just didn't push the boundaries of cinema and what we can do in today's economy. I just find Zachman's films lacking of value and don't really push the genre of determinism, and therefore, he's not a good director. My issue with that statement is that it is spoken as objective, factual truth. I watched an Elvis and biopic analysis video which states, and I'm paraphrasing, Elvis is a mid movie that would be forgotten in the sea of biopics. In that statement, there were no I thinks or I believes. In fact, it was spoken in a tone as neutral as you say, 1 + 1 = 2, which is fact. 1 + 1 is 2, and you can't dispute that. However, your opinion is subjective. Critics speak from a holier-than-thou point of view. That's pretty eye-rolling. Everyone that I've spoken to Elvis about really enjoyed it, aside from one person. So ballpark, we're talking 1 out of 50. We're talking 1 out of 15 people didn't enjoy it. Hell, even this person's comment section has support for the movie and people that liked it. I bring this up not to say that their opinion is wrong or that mine is more popular, but to oppose the cemented, objective, factual truth of opinion that this is bad because I said so. Your opinion is not the final say. Like the video that I'm referencing, I watched the whole thing and it triggered me, and I don't hate the creator for it. The most analysis I've done on movies was Spider-Man, in which I talked about all 9 films and how much I just love them. Well, I spoke about Eternals and Uncharted because I either felt hype or emotion from them. Elvis is my favorite movie because I love his music. I love Baz Luhrmann's over-the-top directing style. I love Austin Butler's performance, and I feel so freaking happy and excited every time I watch the movie. And the ending, oh my God, the freaking ending. Emotional every single time, without fail. Sometimes I'm holding back tears. I don't care that Elvis 2022 didn't cover a lot of details, skipped over or didn't address certain controversies, and followed biopic tropes, because do you see how expressive I've been about the movie? The energy since I started talking about it, you can't take this away from me. You can't take this away from who I am. I'd rather talk about how the movie made me feel rather than Baz Luhrmann's over-the-top cliche style of mixing in old music with newer styles is so bad, I couldn't help but cringe.
And that's not even touching upon how in every biopic, we see the rise and fall of a star, and that's exactly what Elvis does.
What am I doing? I'm supposed to be speaking monotone. We have seen this time after time and again, which will lead Elvis 2022 to be the worst film of the year. Of the decade, because while it seems promising, the movie falls flat and is a subpar piece of content that will be forgotten in a sea of films. Dude, do you see the parallels? What kind of bullshit? The common critic speaks so matter of fact as I've tried thus far. A very monotone voice so you can just take me seriously and believe all the words I say. Join my cult, please. Have some joy. Come on, you're putting yourself on camera. Do you speak so much? Does your blank tone of voice further prove that your opinion is law? Dude, let's not have a heart attack on camera. Are you guys having fun? How do you like the new light setup? This was supposed to be something else. It's a work in progress, it's the beginning stages, but man, let me tell you, it feels good to be alive, it really does. One thing about creating content is picking a niche. You have to find your audience, who you're making content for. I like to think I make videos for people that just like personality channels. I don't want to be tied to a category, but if I had to narrow it down in niche terms, I would say that I make videos for people that like movies and listen to commentaries. It's as simple as that. I'm a human. I'm a people person. I deeply value my friendships, and I usually have a lot of energy. Crackhead energy without the supplement. I have depth and I have personality. I refuse to be boring. I'm not a one-trick pony and I'm not a film dweeb. Take Jeremy Jahns for example. I love that guy. He's the only movie person I watch. He's got that flair.
Are we seeing the return of the 90s action genre? I really hope so. Either delayed by 2.5 decades or someone just found the script, blew the dust off it. They were like, oh yeah, this! Well, let's make that now.
Sometimes Chris Stuckmann too, but he's more straightforward.
It was like, you're really out there, Gerard Butler. Good job, man. He's damn good in this movie. And this film, at its core, is a...
I'm just too passionate to be typical, and that is a reason why I feel the need to create. I'm in this for the long run. My energy is unique, and I will stand out. I said my piece, and I thank you for watching if you made it this far. I created this video to not reiterate certain points about myself when I talk about movies, such as I'm hard to disappoint. I don't really give movies a grade or a rating out of 5 or 10. I simply just talk about how I felt. Or sometimes I just point out redeeming qualities that a movie had if I know it's not too popular. My emotions are my opinions and they're subjective. Your thoughts can differ from them, and that's okay. I will never title a video why blank is a bad film and instead opt for why I love blank, why I find blank amazing. If the movie could have done more, like Thor, I would go for something like Thor Love and Thunder, How Could You? Or what I wanted from Thor Love and Thunder. I'll make it work when the time comes, okay? If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and a comment. Hit that beautiful subscribe button if you're lurking. Sometimes we have free brownies. I appreciate any movie recommendations, and maybe I'll make a full video on one. Be joyous, be passionate, and remember, love what you like. See ya. And it was the worst movie I've ever seen. Like literally, I couldn't stand this. At some point, my eyes were bleeding. Oh my God. That movie almost made me throw up. Oh.